Welcome. My name is Newman García, and I'll be guiding you through this energy reading. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. Let's begin with a deep breath. Inhale through your nose from the bottom of your tailbone, climbing up your spine to the crown of your head. Hold it. Exhale, soft sigh out of your mouth. Allow yourself to relax, release, and receive, trusting that whatever I say is guided by our collective highest good. Only divine love and light are allowed into the space. Let's see what's going on with your energy. We'll begin with an oracle card and then dive into some tarot. Let's see here. Searching. Ooh, I have full body chills already. If you're new to this channel, full body chills is always my God sign. It's my sign that I am receiving divine intelligence in this present moment. I'm on the exact right path at the exact right time, doing the exact right thing, and so are you. That's what's coming through. You might be searching for the answers to whatever perceived problems are happening in your life right now. There's one answer. Be present, here and now, and trust that you will receive the knowledge that you need in the exact moment that you need it. No sooner or later. This is coming through strongly. I teach yoga, Newman flows, if you haven't checked that out. And the more I practice, the more I teach, the more embodied I become within my physical vessel, the more present I am, the more detail I begin to perceive in the present. It's almost like an image loading on dial-up, if you're familiar. If you're really young and haven't experienced dial-up internet, it's a slow loading process. And the more present you are, the quicker things load with clarity. Whereas when you're in your headspace trying to search for an answer that isn't ready to be received, the vibration of a problem and a solution are two different vibrations. They're born simultaneously. The second a problem arises, the solution is there, and your job is to relax, release resistance to receiving the solution. And that doesn't come from worrying or analyzing or trying to figure out something that maybe isn't ready to figure out. It comes from knowing within your heart center that I'm on the exact right path, doing the exact right thing at the exact right time. I can't get off the path. I can't get it wrong. I'll never get it done. So just out of the gate, what I'm getting primarily from this card is you're always going to be searching. That's the human experience. Our consciousness has been limited to this physical body, this physical world. And you can go into a meditative state. You can take mind-altering drugs, psychedelics, which you can achieve without the drug, and enter different planes of consciousness. And you've done that. If you're on this channel, you've experienced different planes of consciousness, different feelings, different experiences. And your role is to ground those frequencies into earth and enjoy the never-ending scavenger hunt. I was at a park the other day, and we'll pull some tarot. I'm going to shuffle these, there was a playground and it said scavenger hunt. And I love signs and synchronicities from the universe most of the time. Sometimes I just want the manifestation that I desire, but the signs will do. And that's what we're on. We're on this never-ending scavenger hunt. And when you relax and accept that it never ends, you're never going to get it done, because then you wouldn't exist. Existence is about creation. It's about more. This physical reality, what you're perceiving right now through your screen, whether it be your phone, computer, TV, this is old news. One, it was obviously recorded prior to you watching this. But that's not what I mean as far as linear time goes. I mean, the idea had to manifest first in the ethers to then be translated into this physical experience. These words that are coming through my mouth are translations of frequencies that I am receiving, that my vocal cords, tongue, and mouth are then communicating to you, and you're interpreting them in your unique, individual way because you were searching for this. Not me necessarily, but this frequency. And you'll always find what you're searching for when you trust in your heart center and relax into the flow of your life. Wow, really great reading already. 4 of Discs, power. Power comes from a stable foundation. A stable foundation comes from alignment within your chakras, from root to crown, opening up your energy centers to receive your natural state of well-being in each present moment. Presence is the key to power. Presence is the key to power. Because when you're not present, you're not experiencing that which you came to experience. We're not here to regurgitate the past and to predict the future. We're here to enjoy the present moment here and now in our physical vessels to the highest level of sensitivity. Presence is power. I haven't received that message before. I like that a lot. Queen of Wands, and you are powerful. Full body chills again. Queen of Wands is power, creativity, going for it, knowing that you can make anything that you desire, and having the confidence to go after it. Not holding back, going for it. With your alignment of receptivity. You're creative, you're moving fast, but you're stable, and you're stable, and you're stable. This is a great combination. Let's keep going. Really nice reading so far, right? Swiftness, you're moving fast. What was I saying? And fast doesn't always have to mean, this is coming through strongly. Wow, full body chills. This reading is divinely sourced. For sure. Everything is, right? And that's my point. Fast does not necessarily mean a human metric of speed. Oh, did you get that? Fast does not necessarily mean a human metric of speed. The sloth is fast. We are all simply energy. I say simply, but we are. We're energy magnetized into this physical body. All little individual atoms. We're connected to the whole. And so the sloth, maybe it's moving this slow. And this is really resonant for my practice. If this resonates with you, I highly recommend practicing with me, Newman flows. I move slow. But that doesn't mean it's not fast-moving creativity. I feel every detail of my physical body when I move. What's ironic about that is then I'm not pushing myself to move faster than what is best suited for my balance of energies. And so I'm able to create from an outside perspective, from other people's perspective, really fast. But it doesn't feel fast to me because I'm simply relaxed in my power of stability within my heart center. And so I have an abundance of energy. It's natural. You do too. This is you. I am your reflection. You are my reflection. You're on this path of reigniting the fire within you with stability. You know where to forward focus with your fire. Seven of Cups, Debak, and Toth. There's a bit of disappointment coming across this card for me that I'm feeling. Cups are about emotions, water energy. And what I'm getting from this is just a little bit of disappointment that things might not be moving as fast as you want them to. But that's because you have been guided to slow down and realize that your worth is not rooted, based in how much and how quickly you do things. Ooh, that's for full body chills. Nailed it on the head. Your worth is not based on how much you produce. The person making billions of dollars a year is no more valuable, no more worthy than the person who is making $1 a day or nothing. Because we're all in this together. We are all in this together. This is coming through really strongly for someone. If you are in a phase of your life where you're not, maybe even where you were at some point in your finances or any other aspect, Spirit is guiding me to tell you to stop comparing and to be present here now, recognizing that you are innately worthy to experience the life of your desires, and the life of your desires is happening now. Presence is power. You can't change the past or predict the future. You can simply love the past and have optimism for the future by embodying presence, which gives you power to then move forward in your creation very swiftly. But this doesn't mean sprinting, although you might be called to sprint. I can't tell you, no one can tell you how to utilize the energy that's flowing to you. We have a lot of energy flowing to us. This is, let me see the date actually. This will be posted on the day before, I think, the peak of the Lionsgate portal. And there's a lot of energy coming in. But this wave of energy is not a wave of energy that's saying, run as fast as you can, complete as much as you can, do as much as you can, prove your worth. It's saying, know that you're worthy and chill out. Be the queen of fire. Be ferociously creative, fun, exciting, dancing, playing, singing, loving, but not rushed. Take your time to do your makeup. I don't wear makeup, but wash your face, Massage lotion into your body. There's no rush. Savor every bite that you eat. That's creativity. You're creating in each now moment. And what you're creating is your perception of each now moment. And whether you're enjoying it or not is completely up to you. That's your creative power. That's what this wave of energy is coming in with this Lionsgate portal. It's washing away the fear, the root chakra imbalances throughout humanity of saying that there's not enough. And realizing there's plenty, we don't have to rush. And do you know when you don't rush, everything balances out? Your body balances out. Let me take a sip of tea. Because when you don't rush eating, your body digests everything perfectly. You don't overeat or undereat. You simply know your balance. When you don't rush bathing and caring for your body, it knows that you're appreciating it and it never gets sick. When you don't rush creating whatever project you're working on, that was a great example of me taking a moment to drink tea instead of forcing, I wasn't forcing, but instead of running with that stream of consciousness, you can take a breath. You can relax now. Just because you're this fireball of energy with creativity oozing out of you doesn't mean that you have to look a certain way or be a certain way. You're here to express you. The sloth moves so slowly. I'm thinking of that movie, the animal movie, I think Zootopia, where the sloth, he's so slow. But then he drives the car and he's like racing through everything. That is a great example of the balance. Let's pull one more. Princess of Discs. You're cultivating the seeds. You're planting new seeds of this next chapter in your life that's rooted in powerful creative energy, powerful, fast-moving creative energy that's grounded in presence, because presence is power. Those are the seeds that you're planting. You've passed the stage of trying to prove worthiness, and you have embodied your innate sense of worthiness, which has cultivated this foundation within you of presence, of taking moments to pause and just relish in the deliciousness, the beauty that's around you. It's always been there. You're just of a consciousness to now perceive it. And if you ever receive thoughts that are in opposition of that, you can take a deep breath like we did at the beginning of this, I almost said practice. This is a bit of a practice, this energy reading. And you can relax into your well-being, which will show you that all is right always. Let's pull an oracle card. You're in your blooming season. Beautiful card, right? And you might have bloomed before. I say this a lot on this channel. My husband's super into plants right now, and it's fun to learn about them and to see the reflection of them. I mean, we have like 50 plants in our home now, and they're all unique and individual. And we've named them all, and they have personalities, we all bloom in our own perfect timing. And so when you let go, the Seven of Cups is popping up to me. When you let go of comparing, even to your past self, and you just allow yourself to become the next flower, the next bloom on your journey, maybe this will be your last, maybe it'll be one of 1,000. You don't know from this perspective, and that's the whole point, because you're here to be present. That's your power. What you're searching for is here and now, always. Always. This is the baseline. This is the baseline. Feel the resonance of source when you get an idea to then look for something or desire something. Feel the knowing that that's just a little nugget that says, you'll be doing this. I'll never forget, I was in a government class in college, and I received the thought to create an online personal training business. I wasn't a personal trainer. Online coaching was not existing at the time that I thought of this. And I started creating all the ideas and stuff because I was super into working out. And then I let it marinate. I went and got my corporate job. I graduated and did all the things. Probably 4 to 6 years later after that, I began an online coaching business. The seed was planted. You're always going to get the desire and have that seed planted. This is the Princess of Discs, planting these seeds. They will manifest. Just chill. Be present and trust the unfolding that everything had to lead to the next. That business gave me the foundation to build this. And so on. Everything is a getting ready, to be ready, to be ready, to be ready, to be ready. And when you relax into the present, you don't get overwhelmed with trying to chase after a future. Because if you're always chasing after the future, you miss it. That's the deeper truth, deeper truths. You're in butterfly season, blooming. You are radiant. You're a bright, shining light in your prime, ready to share with the world what you have learned through your darkness, through your searching. And what you've learned is to be present. What you've learned is to be present in this spiral of life, because you realize everything, what goes around comes back around. Let's pull one more oracle card. This is a great reading. Because you have found your true self. You've removed the mask of proving, of trying, of rushing. And you've embodied your sense of knowing. This undeniable knowing that all is right always. And your role is to be present in your power, stable, creative, free-flowing, fun, ease. That's what you're here for. And you know it. That's the reading I have for you today. Thank you so much for sharing your time, your energy. Comment below if this resonated. Put a little butterfly or flower. Because you're in your blooming season. You're taking flight. And you're doing it with grace. You're not trying to be the fastest butterfly or the biggest flower. You're just being you. And that's the greatest gift that you can give to all of humanity, but most importantly, to yourself. I love you so much. If you'd like a private reading, The link is in my description or newmanflows.com. Until next time, namaste.